We have a very simple project, a Microsoft project, and I talked about the calendar, the default calendar, and we mentioned that Saturday and Sunday are non-working days as a default, and we can see that they're grayed out here in the Gantt chart. If you're more wondering about the details of that standard calendar and exactly what the working hours are, we can, for this project, look under project information, and we can see there's a calendar section, and there are some default choices. Standard calendar will be used as default. You could switch that to the night shift or a 24-hour calendar, but in this case standard works for us. And let's see exactly what that standard calendar entails. From the project tab as well, we could click on change working time, and that'll show us details about all the calendars. So we've got a pull down menu with the 3 calendars. My standard project calendar, I can see the working times are listed on the right here from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. So you've got an 8-hour workday and an hour for lunch every day. We can see on the calendar here that the Saturday and the Sundays are grayed out. But what if your calendar is going to be different than the standard calendar? What if you've got a company party coming up? Any exceptions, things that will become non-working days, you can put under this exceptions tab here. So I'll put company party, and let's say it's next week, just so it shows up on our calendar, and I'll say next Tuesday is our company party, and that's a non-working time. So as soon as I fill that in, notice that on my calendar the 22nd of March is now grayed out, so that's a non-working time. What if I want to change my work week? What if instead of working 8 hours a day, let's say we're working half days for a certain week, or in the summer a lot of companies have 4-day work weeks. To change that, we would go to the work weeks tab, and we would click on details, and if you select any of the days of the week, we can see in this light gray the default hours. But let's say I want to change Monday through Friday. I want to change the working time to specific hours. So here I can say, let's say we just want to work mornings. So I'll go ahead and delete those afternoon hours. And now I've only got 4 hours every day that are designated as working time. So I'll go ahead and hit OK. And OK, and there's an immediate shift in my Gantt chart. So something like the testing phase that's only supposed to take 1 day, they mean 8 hours. As far as 1 day. So if you look on the Gantt chart, well, because we're only working 4 hours a day, this task ends up taking 2 days to finish. We're working on it Wednesday the 13th and on Thursday the 14th. So something that's supposed to take 8 hours, because we're only working 4 hours a day on our calendar, that's going to take twice as long. What if you have an employee who has special hours, special working hours and times? You can again go to the project tab and change working times, and we're going to create a brand new calendar. So this employee, this new intern that we've hired, works 2 hours a day. So I'm going to create a new calendar for this intern based on the standard calendar. But then I'm going to jump into the work week, and I'm going to change the details for Monday through Friday. So instead of working 8 to 12, I'm going to say that this intern only works 2 hours. So I'm going to say 8 to 10. Now, if I want to assign a task to that intern, then I just double click on the task, like the testing phase. I go to the Advanced tab, and there's a calendar section where I can choose that intern calendar. And when I do that, notice that that testing phase that took 1 day, with the standard calendar of half days, that took 2 days to finish. If I switch it to the intern's calendar, wham, it takes a lot longer to finish because he's only working 2 hours a day. And then notice that this indicator column for that new task, the testing phase, has a special calendar icon saying that the intern calendar is assigned to this task.